it occurs to me I should be saying words because I don't like to have to cut crap out of these streams. I like to upload them straight off of Twitch, so we'll just pretend that those first 10 seconds weren't blank. So
yeah, that's right.
let's just stare at this fucking purple. This isn't purple. I know colors. I swear. Stare at this pink lump here. Waiting until a few people show up, I guess.
Yeah. This is an odd.
It's
This part of the intro always looks odd to me because it like.
let's get some other frames of this. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good one right there.
Oh
Just leave it
no.
at that.
Oh my god, it got worse.
It did.
Oh.
No, it gets even better.
Okay. I just want to know, where's the caveman? Anyway, so there's all sorts of good frames in this intro. Let's actually go ahead and reset it here so we can watch the full thing. Oh, catch that Vil. So as we sit through these 27 studio logos here, I guess you go ahead and introduce yourself then.
You can all call me Luke. I am a local elementary music teacher and music director at my local church, and I am not an alcoholic.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thankfully. So.
Yeah, that was a loud intro there. Hopefully that was audible. So I did, let it be known, I did 4 audio tests before this. I hoped that it was balanced well. We'll find out. So here,
Said this game has weird audio balance.
so here we get this fucking weird CG recreation of the intro from the cartoon with some very crusty graphics in some parts, and it's kind of amazing.
But it's like a frame by frame remake. That's I think what really amazes me the most.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn the game down, I guess. You're saying you're quiet. You sounded fine in the video that I did, so I don't know. Oh. I liked the cone of water droplets that was falling on Shaggy there.
Can I be heard now?
It will be known eventually.
Yeah.
God, Scooby's expressions in this are very unsettling.
Yeah.
Christ. Okay, so let's get this out of the way at the beginning here. I have no soft spot for Scooby-Doo, really. Like, it's fine. I just never really cared about it that much. So outside of an occasional, like, zoinks, I probably will not be saying much about the game, or about the series that it's from, rather. But, which of the 16 different Shaggy voice actors is this? Oh, is there a laugh track?
Yes, there is, throughout the whole game.
Oh, God.
Like, during your gameplay, it pops up from time to time.
You know, I thought I noticed that when I was doing some testing.
Gosh, the models for these characters, I think Scooby looks okay. Shaggy's not, like, terrible, but the others are...
Okay, hold on, I'll turn the game back up.
And she could really use our help. Look, there she is now.
Yeah, the models look okay, it's just the animations are weird because it's trying to make them look like the 2D characters, and they're not.
Freddy kind of looks like he has a cat face, almost, to me.
I've heard so much about you.
Oh, is the game lagging for some reason? What the fuck?
Might be.
Excuse me?
And what mystery is that? It's my uncle, the famous inventor, Professor Alexander Graham. He was just about to unveil some new top-secret invention when he disappeared.
Oh no, definitely not Daphne's model.
No one saw him leave in Mystic Manor, and no one will help me search the premises.
I wouldn't be surprised if the lag was intentional. No, something's fucky. We'll see if it's like this in the gameplay.
Because it's always haunted.
Jeepers.
Well,
Don't worry, Holly. We'll help you look around. You said it, Daphne. We're not afraid. Right, gang?
Wrong.
So I've been too busy talking over this. All I know is a place is haunted. Is that all we need to know?
I mean, I don't know why I've been worried about talking over the cutscene, like anyone's gonna miss any of this really
Yeah.
enthralling plot.
God, okay, it like totally froze. What is going on here?
That's really weird.
Roast me.
Go to graphics.
Hold on. Is the cutscene? Oh, no. Maybe it was just that one scene? No? I don't know.
We'll just get to gameplay and see if it
Yeah.
keeps lagging.
You know, Scoob, I could really go for a Ruby snack. You read my mind, pal.
Alright, he said the thing.
Yeah. And also, hey, like, check out this crazy broom closet. Like, maybe there's food inside.
Hey there, Scoob. Wait up. Leave some for me.
That's actually a mini game in the N64, one of the N64 games.
Not fishy, pal.
What was?
Ruby snacky.
Like, you go into, it's not like a broom closet, but, well, actually, thinking about it, it actually is a kitchen. For some reason, I was thinking it was like a room with, like, brooms and mops and stuff in it, but you make a sandwich it's a sandwich making mini game in, like, some Scooby-Doo game for the N64.
Oh, good. Okay, well, it seems to be running more smoothly now.
Go to graphics and see what you have the, like, resolution set to.
Alright, hold on. It just says aspect ratio auto.
It'll be under the, enhancements tab.
Okay, internal resolution, auto, window size. I should have probably... Yeah, I mean, it might have just been fucking up because it's trying to output to, like, a resolution that doesn't make any sense. So...
It's possible. But, what you can do is try setting it to, just native under internal resolution. It shouldn't change the, window size, unless you don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. If it continues fucking up, then maybe I'll look into it. So... I briefly tested this game earlier just to make sure that it, like, actually ran. And, so I learned one thing about this, and that is it has the bouncing sound effect from Gex.
Yes, it does. So the main thing you want to do is get as many of the Scooby snacks as you can get.
Yeah.
There is a tutorial playground if you go towards the camera. Like,
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it. Go
No,
over
I know what you
and,
mean.
like,
Is this a thing that I actually care about, or is it just explaining controls?
it'll just explain controls if you feel like you need to know that. It
Probably
might
not.
actually help. And there's Scooby snacks out there, which
Oh.
you need to, like, progress in the game, I think.
Alright.
Oh, and Don Knotts appears in this game, so...
Oh, of course he does.
Huh. Oh, it's over here, I think. Maybe.
But yeah, I did not know that Shaggy was supposed to... Oh god, there's a fuck ton of them here.
Yeah.
Oh, this running. Oh, this running. I see.
Ice rink. You know, the ice rink that was on your local playground.
Well, yeah. That was where
With a
all
tire
the...
swing above it.
Well, yeah, what the fuck? And it's like... That thing is like frickin' 15 feet in the air. Like, what? Oh my. Oh, and we can go through the tree. But yeah, I very much am enjoying the pointless laugh track. Also the dinging sound every single time I collect one of these.
Yeah, that's a sure sign of quality. Really.
Yes. So didn't you say this was made from the same people that did Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Yeah, it's THQ who I think they did that. I'm sure chat will,
'Cause-
you know, correct us.
Maybe. Because,
No, the
I've
studio,
never...
They published it.
Okay.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. I was gonna say, I realize now they published it, but I think the Heavy Iron Studios probably actually made it. I don't know what else they made, really. So,
Oh, wait, is this Don Knotts?
yeah, that's Don Knotts.
Oh god, it is. That's it. Just run and jump. That's all you get. But yeah, I've never played Battle for Bikini Bottom. For some reason, people keep asking me that saying that I should. I'm not going to. But all I know is that people do say that it's supposed to be good. And apparently I am incapable of jumping off of whatever this surface is.
I think that's, I don't know what that is.
Good old American feces.
It's a dead...
It's moving!
Pokemon.
Tar, allegedly. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm not familiar with tar, so...
Uh...
I mean, you don't have to get every single Scooby snack, by the way, but...
No, I know,
get as many
but...
as you can.
Well, what the fuck is this thing flying on?
Oh,
I see.
I think it's a,
you know,
it's
a thing.
Small, propeller.
Again, just like my local playground had.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Well. My playground also had a slide that fell into a box of tar.
But did it have?
I said this was a playground.
I mean, no, it said it was a playground. That's what the sign said.
Yeah.
But did your playground have the dying place though? Okay, that's enough of that.
No. Well, I mean, I guess any place on a playground can be a dying place, like given the right time of night and location.
What is this thing? Is this just a sandwich?
Yeah, that's for recovering health.
Oh.
So
Well, I didn't need it, but I got it
being...
anyway. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
You probably did need it actually, because you can only pick those up when you're like low on health.
Okay. So, was Don not audible there, or do I need to turn it up again? Because he basically just, if you couldn't hear, he said, you might be wondering how I got here, and his answer was like, I don't know. It was pretty good dialogue.
For the record, I can hear the audio very well, but I don't know if it's that way on stream.
I'll turn it up a little bit more again. Again, I tried to do audio balance. It is difficult and hard and bad and gay.
I agree.
Okay, so...
This area is just called the Mystery Machine. I don't really know why they decided to call this area the Mystery Machine.
Well, don't you see?
Because that's where it is.
Obviously, this is the Mystery Machine. Here's...
Well, right.
But just in...
There's the Mystery Machine. That's where you save.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want to hear that sound again.
It was a vroom vroom sound.
It won't...
I think you have to press B or something.
Oh well. I have heard that sound effect before. That's a stock ass sound effect. I know it's in the shitty PC Magic School Bus game, at least. I'm sure it's in plenty of other things. Anyway, who are you?
You need, yeah, those are the, that's your insurmountable waist-high fence.
Ah, yes. A key exists. I said go. Oh. Okay. I like it just saying I said go, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw the front door mat. It said go away.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. It's kind of funnier if you think it just says, I said go.
Yeah, just with no context behind it at all. Okay, what? Oh, I jumped into a bat. That's unacceptable. What did this say? I'm liking this...
It said you need the,
I'm sorry. You can continue if you're starting to say something. I don't mean to always cut you off.
No, that's okay. I apologize. I've never done a stream before. Like, probably many of the Patreons that have joined you, but I think it's just tutorial. You need an item to get over there, I think is what it said.
Okay. It's annoying how you have to leave and come back to see the text again.
I absolutely agree.
Anyway. How you doing?
Scooby-Doo, I'm so glad you found me. Ugh, it was just awful. As soon as we
I don't want to listen to you.
He is behind my uncle's disappear. Take this map.
Here is the map!
I like how they just told her, yeah, I'm the one who kidnapped your uncle.
Up.
You have to jump in the other one.
I know, but I'm getting stuck on the wall, and I'm liking the way this looks. Okay, let's
Maybe
try
we don't
not
jump in
let's
there.
try not jumping into
Not
bats.
Oh,
Okay.
I know what it is.
That book is sticking out. That feels like something I should interact with.
See if you can headbutt into it by pressing B, but I think you need a item to like do that.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of game to where like you go to an area and then you'll come back later once you get a certain item.
So when I updated the game info on Twitch and it didn't correctly change everything and it said that this game was a Metroidvania, it wasn't completely wrong then.
Well, I guess you're not. I guess you're right. I mean, seems like kind of a loose definition, but you know.
Okay. Alright, so let's find out how many times I can die in Babby Game. We can't possibly get
You can't
through
break
this.
through that without a. No,
Yeah.
not until you have a football helmet.
Oh. Not what I was expecting. Oh, well, there we go. Okay.
So you've. I think you've reached it. Yeah.
Is Mario 64 a Metroidvania? Sure. So is, Tetris.
I hope I never said this was a good game.
Actually, hold on, let me see if I can quote you on that. I don't know if you ever did either, but I can find out. Let's see. How do you feel about Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights? I played it on GameCube. It's a platforming game that I think is fairly decent. Okay, you never said it was good. You said that you thought it was decent and that you weren't sure.
Okay. I think I enjoyed this game, especially even when I replayed it, but mainly because of just how cheesy it is.
It is cheesy.
But I did kind of forget how clunky it was.
I mean, I've played worse. Oh boy, Haunted
I would
Hedge
say
Maze.
that
You would say that what?
I would say that for a licensed game, it's not bad. Like, it's not terrible.
Don. Dude, why are you here? Oh, Warp Gate. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are those in random places. It's like you can get back to certain places.
I suppose.
quicker. But you have to activate them in those places. So
150 snacks, Jesus Christ.
that's not. You don't have to go in there. That's like a museum. There are these monster tokens throughout the game, which are just like as far as I can tell, completely optional collectible.
Hmm.
And there's a token for each kind of monster.
Okay.
And it'll like tell you about it.
Okay, so, I'm probably
I
just
think you
dumb,
need to
but I'm
go-
already not seeing where to go.
I think could you go to that gate all the way to the right?
I
think you need to talk to Don Knotts there. Like, go up and press A. Or whatever he wants you to press.
Hmm. God, he looks
God,
fucking
look at his
terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking dog, I can dig. Oh,
That's kind of what I always thought.
okay.
Can you say context sensitive for me?
Context sensitive.
Because that's what it is. Thank you.
Prairie treasure.
You have to walk onto like flowers and press X.
Oh. That looked about right. So I think somebody mentioned earlier they didn't know who Don Knotts was. I don't fucking know. He was on the Andy Griffith Show and like a bunch of old movies, and for some reason he was a guest star in like 75 Scooby episodes. Like, I don't really know what he's best known for. Clearly,
Probably Andy Griffith.
Probably. Or The Shakiest Gun in the West, which was a key plot point in Beethoven's Third.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was that the one where they like they put this operating system on a movie that they thought no one would rent?
Yeah. It was like, because that was the first movie where they like, they ditched the original family from the first two Beethoven movies, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And then there was just like this pair of extremely bumbling villains where like one of them was addicted to coffee, and they were like following them around because they had rented the DVD. Like, it was a really fucking weird movie.
It just seems like a really odd direction to go with the Beethoven franchise.
Well, yeah. Well,
Were there like 6 of those movies?
God, I don't know. I've only ever seen the first 3. Like, the fact that I've even seen that many is already an affront to nature. The first one was like, from what I remember, the first one was like actually fairly serious, considering the fact that it's like a kid's dog movie. And then
Yeah.
the second one is just like, hey, now there's puppies. And I love the second one because of how bad it is. I love quoting it. And then the third one is just like, I don't fucking know. You know, DVD with a, like, code to national security on it.
It's like, okay, so for the third movie, we're gonna do a heist road trip movie.
Also, there's a part where Beethoven starts licking the world's largest ball of earwax, and I, like, wanted to throw up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty disgusting. That was a Disney movie, wasn't it?
No, it's not Disney. I don't know what company's behind it.
I gotcha. I think they played it on Disney Channel when I was like a kid.
Well, if they did, then hopefully they did the censorship of Beethoven, bite this guy.
Yeah, you can't kill that guy. You can only stun him. I don't even know if you can stun him yet.
I am glad that he came out of a block of ice, because the only thing that I ever quote involving Scooby-Doo is the fucking YouTube poop called Skooks, with the boy am I glad that he's frozen in there and we're out here, and that he's the sheriff and we're frozen in there and we're out here, and I just remembered, or like however the fuck it goes. It's like,
This is some grade A platforming right here.
well, yeah. What are these crates? Also, I like this animation of Scooby just kind of slowly descending.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't know if this was considered a launch title for GameCube, and I don't know. I got it like the year the GameCube came out for Christmas, along with Super Mario Sunshine. I still have my copy. I've never beaten it.
Shaggy,
I
okay.
enjoyed it well enough.
I think Sunshine wasn't until the next day, the next year, actually.
It might have. By the way, that's not Shaggy, it's Raggy.
Oh, okay.
Why, it sure is. Come on, pal. Let me give you a hand. Or a leg. Throw me up onto that life preserver. Then you can swing for my legs to reach that crate.
That seems like a needlessly complicated way to get up there.
Okay, Raggy.
Yeah, yes, it does. You're correct. And I think this whole area exists solely to like as like a tutorial for like later parts in the game. That's all just background scenery, mostly.
Yeah, I was just reading the names on them to see if any of them were funny. They weren't, really.
Yeah, I've never actually done that.
What, read the signs?
Mainly because, like, yeah, if I can. I'm illegally blind, by the way, so it's
This is
basically
good
a
right
really
here.
Small.
Oh.
And then you jump on his leg, and then you jump and hang from his legs with the opposable thumbs that you have.
Well, yeah, of course. According to Meet the Parents, a cat can't flush a toilet, but according to this, a dog can hang off someone's legs.
Yes.
Thank you, Shaggy. That was
God, I
very
love
clever.
Parents.
Catch up with you later.
So, you good for a while then? Alright. We can't touch the hooks.
No, they'll scare you to death.
Ooh! I can't do a Scooby voice at all. I'm not even going to attempt to.
I like your attempt. It was,
Well, that wasn't even really an attempt. I could try harder, but then if I did, and it still turned out to be bad, it would be more embarrassing because then actual effort was put in.
Yeah. I am not an impressions person whatsoever.
According to Meet the Parents, you might be able to milk Shaggy. This is accurate.
Oh. And here I am going, well, actually, you couldn't do that because he doesn't have memory plans.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember one of the few scenes I remember like seeing as
Jesus.
a kid. I watched that movie as a kid, even though that is not a movie for kids.
No, not at all.
I love the scene at the supermarket where he like, I guess he's spying or something, and he like picks up a magazine to look innocent, and it's like this weird like breastfeeding mother's magazine.
Oh, good.
And that's where that. And his excuse was, I grew up on a farm.
For the record, I don't think I've ever actually seen that movie all the way through, but I know parts of it. Oh, can we break the game? Hold on. None of that looked intentional. I need to explore this further. This looks about right.
I can tell you, I've never done that before.
Oh, God. Okay, no, there's invisible walls here, but that's disappointing. I wanted to go out of bounds.
That is really disappointing.
Someone better clean up this mess.
Is this... No?
You can go in. I mean, you can go in there if you want. It's
Yeah,
kind of like a branching path.
Airbud is definitely different from Beethoven.
Yes, it's very different. And there actually were like 1,000 of those movies.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. Okay, if construction noises are audible, that's because Joel is just kind of cutting wood in the kitchen. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's a pretty sensible place to do it.
Anyway, I actually didn't read that. What did that say?
You have to go off screen and then come back to it because that makes sense.
Yes.
I don't think it really said
Robbie!
anything useful. I think it said you can take the boat back to harbor if you want to.
That was a
There's
challenging
scary
section.
crabs.
Here, let me enter this rope here.
Fear on the Pier, Part 2. Oh wait, Part 3.
I'm liking this walk cycle here. Right. Okay, I need to not ever do the Scooby voice again. Martin attacks a puddle of water during a stream. What do you mean? When did that happen? I just remember him falling asleep constantly. You
Yeah,
know,
you can double jump
the professor.
because, yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
and the rest of the cast of Gilligan's Island.
The movie star and the rest.
Yeah, the movie star and the rest.
That pelican looks foreboding. Also, I expected the
You can jump on
springs. I expected the springs to be able to make me jump on the tar, and that did not happen.
No, you need galoshes for that.
Oh, but are they galoshes or are they goulashes? Because that's how the that's how the ferocious beast pronounces it.
Oh god, I haven't thought about the ferocious beast. And
Actually, I don't remember if it was the
since I
beast or
last
if it was
saw I was
Hamilton.
6 years old.
Crabs! I'm trying to get on this lamppost. Oh well.
That one I think is too high.
So, do I want to do anything with this pelican, or should I just move on?
The pelican is just like a shortcut back to the, or something like that.
Okay.
Like you jump and hang on to its legs, I think.
This isn't even.
And then there's nothing
progress.
back there in that black void.
Good. I'm glad it exists.
It was too much for them to. Sorry.
To draw in a back wall.
Yeah, exactly.
They spent all their budget on the Scooby walking animation.
Yes, they did.
What is Joel doing? I think he's trying to make a workbench. Or, no. He's trying to make, like, a pegboard to, like, store tools and, like, wrapped up cables and controllers and stuff. And might be making a workbench in the process of making the other thing. I don't actually remember. It's one of those two things.
Yeah, it's kind of a conundrum. How do you make a workbench without a workbench? It's kind of like, you know, the packs of scissors that come in the blister packs that are impossible to open without scissors.
Yeah. So, were you serious about the galoshes allowing you to jump on tar?
If I am remembering correctly, yeah, you have to get,
Okay.
like, you know, galoshes or something to jump on the tar, so you're pretty much done here for now. I don't even remember where you get the galoshes, but...
I'm sure they're somewhere. Oh, we can't possibly
like-
jump over these barrels. There's no way.
No. No, of course not.
Dude, just no.
Why don't you take that warp gate back to,
Oh, yeah, that
to
would
the mystery
probably
machine?
that would probably make sense.
Because I don't think there's anything here you can get with a warp gate. There is, I believe, a built-in cheat code into the game to get you infinite Scooby snacks,
All right.
or like unlock all the warp gates or something. But it has like one or two built-in cheats, which is something I miss from games.
Yeah, I wish games did that
Like in
more
general.
often. I especially like when they're clever and they like spell stuff out.
Yeah,
Or you can go the Banjo-Kazooie route and make them like take fucking 15 minutes to enter.
yeah, exactly. I guess maybe they didn't want them to be too easy to enter.
My favorite one is.
Monsters like that.
Oh.
I think you can dash into those monsters without the helmet, but maybe not.
Oh. But yeah, my favorite one of the codes in Banjo is the one that opens Treasure Trove Cove, which is the level that you enter the codes in.
Oh, yeah.
There's also
Genuinely pretty funny.
there's also they used to cause trouble, so now they're rubble, which gets rid of the breakable walls that you can break with like a basic attack.
Huh. That's huh.
Okay, see, I can like stun these guys, I guess.
I like the sounds those guys make in particular.
Can I even go this way?
Yeah, you can. You did a second ago.
I thought I fell. Oh. What did I bounce off of, a bat?
I think you did.
Okay, that was a mistake. So, oh, that was one of those, like, monster tokens I collected. I couldn't tell what the fuck Scooby
Uh-oh.
said. But...
Monster broken, I think is what he said.
Okay, trying to think what else
He might still be done in here.
Oh, yeah, now I probably have enough, snacks to go to a different place. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think we can't do anything here. There is actually not a code for opening up Mumbo's Mountain.
I can't see the chat. Maybe I should like pull that up in a separate window.
Kill Jester. I do like that they included the bongo noises of Scooby running, but it's important to note that there's a difference between this Scooby running and this Scooby running. They're very different.
Yeah. Seems odd to me that, like, the only place
Hold
they don't
on.
have, like, music and sound effects and stuff is on the loading screen.
I don't know why I'm saving. There was like a weird graphical thing going on with that gate over there. It looked like it was layered incorrectly, but maybe not.
That's very likely.
I need the key.
I think there's another key you can dig up, maybe? Oh no, you can jump to that one now.
Oh, right. I didn't even see that.
I forgot about that
But
one.
but buried sandwiches though.
Yes, exactly. The turkey in the wall. Not to be confused with the turkey in the straw.
Isn't that just like an old folk song or something?
Yes, it is.
On edge in the hedge. Sun the hedge. Ow the hedge.
You remember the classic Scooby-Doo monster, the spider?
Well, of course. I like the episode where they had to go around and collect like fucking 500 Scooby snacks to open a gate.
Yeah.
But no, the best stupid thing that happened in any episode of Scooby-Doo was the one with the block of ice that like slammed through a door and like ejected a key out the other side.
Oh, yeah. So that, yeah, it was like a freezer, so then it thawed out. I think is what happened. What was that?
This? You need a helmet to break the gate, apparently.
Dude, what was that noise that Scooby... That was a weird sounding Scooby voice.
I don't fucking know. Oh, that's right. I don't have a
No,
hoodoo
you
in this
mentioned
stream.
Shaggy's. You don't have a what?
A hoodoo. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have the hoodoo.
You know, it's odd that Shaggy has had, you know, so many voice actors, but I think Fred has been the same voice actor since the
Yeah.
start of the series back in 1968.
Yeah, it's been Frank Welker. 'Cause, like, Frank Welker is just... Anytime you ever hear a random... Okay, why is there just a witch? Anyway, But yeah, anytime you hear a random animal sound effect in a cartoon, it's probably Frank Welker. He just does all of them.
Yes, he does.
He's also Nibbler in Futurama, and just kind of a bunch of random shit. Fun fact, in...
I used to listen...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I used to listen to, Rob Paulson. He had a podcast called Talking Tunes, where he interviewed pretty much every voice actor in the industry. It was always really fun to listen to. But Frank Welker was one of the few people he could not convince to come on the show.
Huh.
Evidently.
Okay.
I don't know if he ever did. But
Don't want to touch the
what
pot.
were you about to say?
I was just gonna
yeah.
say, when I was in I think it was my, like, freshman year biology class. I don't know why it was that class, because I can't, for the life of me, figure out how it was related. But, we had to, like, write some kind of story involving DNA evidence, I think. And, like, I wrote this story about, like, this crime that, like, they had to track down who did it, and one of the suspects was Frank Welker, and I think I actually made him the one who did it. It was very random. I don't know why I picked that. I'm like, what's a celebrity that nobody in this class other than me is going to know?
Yeah, that sounds pretty much like something I would do in high school. In fact, in high school, one of the homecoming weeks, we had a celebrity day, and I dressed up as Harpo Marx, and no one knew who the fuck I was.
I mean, I don't know who that is. Okay,
I'm not surprised. The Marx. You ever heard of the Marx Brothers?
I mean, I've heard of that term. I don't know who they are, though.
They were like a very early, like 1920s, 1930s vaudeville comedic act.
Okay, is
They
that
did
what
some
Groucho
movies that I
Marx
really
with the,
enjoyed.
like, glasses with the big nose? Is that what that is?
Yes, and the mustache.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
What the fuck
That's
do I
Groucho
do here?
Marx. Oh, I haven't even been.
Oh,
paying
there's a
attention.
platform. I didn't see it. Well, if Vinny was talking shit about Hadoos, then I'm gonna have to find that clip and then be angry when I listen to it. Oh, we just don't get voice acting on this one? Okay.
Yeah, I guess not.
The slippers and the lampshade.
Oh yeah, this allows you to sneak
What the fuck?
the Z button and R button.
Okay.
It allows you to sneak by some enemies, and if you stand still, it's kind of like the Tanuki suit in Mario 3.
I mean, I guess. So I'd like to point out that because I'm playing this on a Switch controller, I don't have analog L and R, so the way that I have these buttons bound is, like, the back button is, like, analog and the front button is click in all the way for L and R, and Z is mapped to, minus, so I have to hold this very awkwardly to do this.
I would imagine.
Oh my god, dude, shut up. There's just a random piranha plant.
Yeah, wait till you hear what sound, like the terrible sound they make.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, it's kind of quiet.
Yeah. Am I supposed to be? Okay.
Yeah, you can't walk through that, it'll hurt you.
It's hard to tell when it's clear because the camera is just kind of showing, like, from a straight-on angle, but alright. Oh, and we're dead.
Yeah.
Works. Can
It's
we
got
even...
pretty generous with
Oh,
checkpoints.
I forgot there was even a double jump. I'm stupid.
You know, I just realized, I don't think it's galoshes that you use. I don't know why I remember that.
Is it the plungers?
Well, wait, I think there are galoshes. Yeah, I think that there are plungers on your feet, but there might also be galoshes.
Man, that laugh track really sold that. I'm liking the idea of just in the middle of an episode, like, Scooby's walking through, like, this garden or something, and he's just like, oh, buried treasure, and just pulls out a shovel and starts rapidly digging and pulls out a sandwich and eats it, and the audience just loses their shit. Like,
Yikes. What was that, God, I think it was Family Guy where they were making fun of the laugh track, and they're like, all those people,
you cut out.
because it was like a really old laugh track, I guess, I don't know.
You cut out. What were they saying? Okay, I can't tell if you died or if I died.
Do what?
I couldn't hear you at all. It seems better
Oh,
now.
I'm
though.
sorry. Am I coming through now?
Yeah.
I said that in Family Guy, they were like, used a laugh track for something or stock footage, and they're like, all those people are dead.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess. This gate appears to open from another side. Pictured here, there is no gate. I guess just this one.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't know why they put the magnifying glass all the way back there.
Yeah. Have I ever played Mega Man X Command Mission? No. The only Mega Man X game I've played is the original. And a little bit of the second and third, but, like, I don't think I ever even beat a single level in either of those. Row, no. I am a dog. That's my Scooby impression. Oh, I found cake.
Spot on. That's chocolate cake too. I don't think dogs should eat that.
I'm liking this, like, Ministry of Silly Walks scarecrow here.
I forgot that there was a scarecrow monster in the original series.
But did you know that the scarecrow walks at midnight?
All the monsters in this game make great sounds. The scarecrows are right up there too. I don't know if you can hear them.
I think I vaguely heard something. Couldn't tell you what it was, though. Thank you. Yo, dig the thing.
It's not very context sensitive.
Yes, thank you. Those were indeed Scooby snacks. You've been collecting many of those. I answered your question through SAS. No, I have not played it. Let me just run it nothing
Don't walk
here.
on that.
Oh. Hello. What you got there, buddy?
Better hop on quick. This thing has a mind of its own.
I'm gonna warn you. This section is really annoying. You may want to abuse save states here.
Well, we'll see. Since when have I ever used save states? Except every single video ever.
Hey, I always appreciate your effort to not use them.
The effort that will usually last, like, maybe 2 minutes. We gonna miss the boat here?
No,
Oh.
I think he stops.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where the fuck did you go? Okay. Don't mind me, let me just sit inside you here. Alright, so far I can definitely say that this is a video game. That's all I know for sure, though.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this statue?
Beelzebub, I think.
T-posing scarecrow. I mean, I guess in a sense most scarecrows are T-posing.
It's doing the Titanic thing.
Oh no, I missed a single one. Whatever will I do? I actually don't know if I need all of them. I'm hoping I don't.
I don't think you need all of them. I think you're... I can't remember a time in the game where I couldn't progress because I didn't have enough Scooby snacks.
I am guessing I'm not going to play this game long enough to where, like, 100% would ever be an issue anyway, so...
Oh, no. Granted, I think this game...
Oh, okay.
Granted, I think this game's only, like, in total, like, 6 hours long, maybe.
Hmm.
And I've never even played all of it.
Why did you recommend it again?
Oh, do what?
No, it's fine.
Oh, why did I recommend it?
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good question.
Well, it claimed that I was 10% done there. What did you just say to me with your mouth?
I didn't even catch that one.
This looks about right here. Here's a bunch of crates that may or may not contain the leg lamp from A Christmas Story. That rat was carrying cake and I ate it. Man, what the fuck even is this game? The next stream will absolutely not be Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I will abandon my channel completely before agreeing to do something like that. Since when have I ever played a bad game?
This is like a party at Rip Taylor's.
God.
I have always had kind of a like love-hate relationship with Scooby-Doo, I guess. I think my biggest problem was when I was a kid I enjoyed it, but Cartoon Network just played it like all of the time, I felt like.
They kind of did. But, like, I don't know. My thing with it was always just... I felt like if I had seen one episode, I'd pretty much seen them all. Because they pretty much always have the same, like, type of aesthetic, and I never actually cared enough to, like, try to figure out who the villain was, because usually, like I know they would actually... I think there's, like, a formula where it's always, like, the first character that they encounter or something, but even aside from that, it's, like, the clues that you're getting to figure it out barely make any sense, and, like, I just never cared. Okay,
it was never, like, a real mystery show. It was just a really goofy, cheesy, you know...
Yeah. Okay, there's, like...
cartoon for kids.
Stuff up here, but I don't know how to get it, so... Unless I get a hang glider ability eventually, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing there.
As far as I know, no such thing exists unless you actually get one of those, like, rope swing tires on a propeller that was at the beginning.
But yeah, it's like, the plot of every episode was, like, people aren't buying corn anymore, so I need to scare people away from this farm because they're growing they're growing carrots, and those are selling better. So I dressed up as a fucking Viking and started running amok. It's like, what?
I mean, that's not too out of the, that's not too far-fetched for a good plot for, Scooby-Doo. And I believe, like, I never realized this until I was older. They played this, like, just the original series alone, like the first Scooby-Doo cartoon, they played for years, like, but there were only, like, 26 episodes of the very first series.
Really? The one with, like, the classic intro that was in this game?
I thought that, I would have figured the series went on longer than that, but...
Well, yeah, because, like...
after it was just a spin-off.
Yeah, because then they started inviting, like, the fucking Harlem Globetrotters and Batman and Don Knotts and the Three Stooges and whatever else they could get the rights to.
Doris Day, I think, was one of them. But yeah, those were... I actually liked those a lot more. It was Scooby-Doo movies, I think. Or, someone in the chat will probably correct me. Not collect me.
But yeah, it's like, I've always enjoyed the, it's a mean greenhouse, Scoob! Okay, no. But
yeah.
I've always enjoyed the parodies of the show more than the show itself. The Johnny Bravo episode is a fucking work of art. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even as a kid, like, when I didn't really understand what satire was, I absolutely loved it.
Aunt Jibadissa. But yeah, I love the part at the end where they unmask the monster and there's, like, fucking 10 masks.
Oh, yeah.
Bigfoot, Don Knotts, Joe Barbera.
You know what? Have you ever heard of Mighty Mouse?
Yes. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I've heard of it.
I haven't really either. John Chris Felucci, who did Ren and Stimpy. He worked on like a reboot of that show for God, what's the guy's name? That did like Heavy Metal and like all those really weird adult animated movies.
Okay.
Anyway, they did a Mighty Mouse cartoon, like a reboot, and they had probably hands down the funniest Scooby-Doo parody like I've ever seen in my life, and just a parody of like 80s cartoons. And
you're cutting out a little bit. I can make out what you're saying, but just for the record, it's a few words you're saying here and there are dropping. I don't know if there's anything you can do about it.
Sucks.
But the soap box will replenish your soap bubbles when you find that invention. Okay, thanks for telling me. Where is there even a soapbox anywhere near this?
I don't even know. I don't even remember what the soapbox does or what invention it goes with.
But did you ever see the Futurama Scooby parody?
Do what?
Did you ever see the Scooby parody on Futurama?
Oh yeah.
The best parts about that one were the fucking like animation cell that the like van was drawn onto, where you could just see like all of the like smudges and shit moving along with it across the screen, and then there was the part towards the end where they're doing the stupid chase scene, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna do the stupid scene where they go in and out of doors. Like, everybody has parodied this. What are they gonna do with it? And they have the scene where, like, somebody runs into a door, and then it just keeps focusing on the hallway for, like, another 10 seconds, and nothing else happens. And I fucking died. It was like, it was such a non-joke that it was amazing. Like...
Okay, so... sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine.
I was gonna ask, what do you think your favorite adult animated TV show is?
If Futurama counts, it's definitely that one. I do definitely like South Park a lot. Early Family Guy was funny, but I don't know if I'd call it a favorite anymore. I just kind of enjoy it ironically, almost. I've still never really watched The Simpsons. I like Bob's Burgers. I'm just kind of listing a bunch of shows now. But,
No, I like more or less like all those shows, you know, to one extent or another. But I think Futurama is definitely up there for me, and kind of up there for me also is King of the Hill, like by far being my favorite.
See, I've still never actually watched that. Joel, like, keeps recommending it to me, and he has the whole series downloaded. I've just never felt like actually watching it, but I should give it a chance at some point.
It's always been one of my favorites, and I just finished rewatching the whole series on Hulu. I really enjoyed that show
fuck
a lot.
off. What does that say? Danger cliffs below.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that
the
just
witch.
sounds kind of like everything in this level. It's a warp gate.
Thank you.
Use the Super Smash. Okay. I don't think that's a
don't
thing
have
I
that.
have.
No.
Would I consider watching Pink Flamingos? Absolutely not. I've seen the Cinema Snob review of it. That was enough.
Pink Flamingos, what the heck is that?
It's a movie that is basically just a bunch of shock humor. And it's really fucking bad.
That sounds great. Did you ever get into Xavier Renegade Angel?
Did you see the video I did on that?
I guess I didn't, evidently.
That was another Patreon thing, actually, which is surprising because I've not done very many of these. People always ask me if I'm still doing them, and I'm like, yeah, either I never get requests, or I get requests and then never do them because I'm lazy. But yeah, I was asked to watch, like, I basically just watched through, like, maybe like 6 or so episodes of that, and it was my first time ever seeing it. It was very, very stupid, but it was stupid in a good way. So, like, that's about all I can say about it. I have recently, been exposed to the fricking radio, like, scene, and I guess it's just a scene in one episode. I don't know the context of it, but the one with the WCRST Succotash and the Bird in the morning, the Christian Radio Zoo Hooty Hoo featuring Succotash and the Bird in the morning.
That's fantastic. I think it was because of you I started watching Harvey Birdman while you're our attorney at law.
Yeah, that was a good show.
While you're at attorney. I should have rewatched the Scooby-Doo episode as prep for this stream.
I remember that episode pretty well. It hit the low-hanging fruit by just making the, like, Shaggy and Scooby are stoners joke. But, I mean, fair enough. And it did it pretty well from what I remember. The opening out of that episode, where it's, like, from the show Cops, where you, like, it's, like, live-action footage of them, like, going into the back of the van, and and, like, Scooby and Shaggy are talking, and you have, like, the subtitles coming up on the bottom. It was fucking amazing. Like...
Yeah, that might have been the high point of that entire episode.
I like the part where they're in court and
episodes, it's one of my favorites. Is I forget what you call that thing. It's the tomahawk something. It's like the Indian that can grow like
Apache Chief.
Yeah, Apache Chief. That was one of my favorites.
Where he spilled coffee on his lap. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the part in the Scooby episode where they're in court and, like, showing a bunch of evidence for whatever, and like, they have Velma up on the stand, and the guy's just like, and what was the context behind this? And he just holds up this photo of Velma, like, holding this bush up, and she's like, I don't remember. And then he just starts playing a bunch of clips of, like, or, like, photos that were, like, actual stills from the show where everybody looks fucking high as a kite. And I don't know, it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one, and then I've mostly seen just some of the early episodes. The custody case for, oh crap, Johnny Quest.
Oh god. Well, tell me, does your son know how to play baseball? Who the fuck was the lawyer in that episode that just couldn't talk worth a shit?
Yeah.
Like...
Is that the one with the shrink ray?
No, that's...
No.
I actually forget what his name was, but no, this was just some guy who just mumbled a lot. He's... Dr. Quest is like, I haven't had time to teach him bases ball. There's more important things in life. And the guy's like, more important than baseball? Dun dun dun. Nothing further.
I think those shows on Adult Swim, because I was like 8 when those shows were on, and I'd watch them, and it really confused me when the actual shows that those were based on and parodying came on, outside of like Scooby-Doo, but there were several of those shows I didn't know were actual shows. And I think the one that confused me the most is realizing that there was an actual Space Ghost cartoon and series.
Yeah, because I mean, I first knew of Space Ghost from Coast to Coast, and I saw that, like... So my thing with Cartoon Network was, like, I knew that it was a channel that existed, but it wasn't available in my cable package when I was a kid, and so I would only ever see commercials for it on other channels. And, like, one day, just out of nowhere, we suddenly got it. And I remember it, like, this was before they had their own original programming, I think. Like, there wasn't, like, Dexter or Johnny Bravo or any of that yet. And, but yet, for some reason, I think there was Space Ghost, because I remember thinking it was Batman at first, because I didn't know who the character was, and he just kind of vaguely looked like that. And then I started watching it, I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is this?
If you have... That show is hilarious, but it's hard to understand even with context, because it still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I was never the biggest fan of Space Ghost, but, I mean... It's fucking weird. Okay, good.
I really liked that show, but I only liked it because of Space Ghost, because he played off of Brack and
Zorak and Moltar.
Yeah, thank you, Zorak. Yeah, he played off of them so well. And when they brought back Cartoon Planet without Space Ghost, it's like, to me, those characters are way funnier with Space Ghost.
See,
I think a lot of people may have felt that way. I don't know.
I loved Cartoon Planet when it was first a thing. Looking back on it now, like, I've seen clips of it, and it's just, it's fucking stupid. It's not even that funny, really, but I enjoyed it as a kid. But I've never seen anything of the reboot. I think I vaguely remember there being one, but, oh, God. But, yeah, I've never seen it. Also, is there a way to get this key that you're aware of?
I think that's what you might use the soap bubble thing for that you get later,
Okay.
unless you need it, like, right now.
No,
There's
I don't.
probably, oh, there's like a switch or something that I think you have to hit that like makes sprinklers go off or
Oh,
something.
there we go. Yep. Right as I found
It might
it.
be on a timer. So you might have
Right.
to It's amazing how much of this game I actually remember.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Like, I replayed it for a few
No.
minutes a year or two ago, but before that, I had not touched this game since I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Damn.
So this came out, I mean, it came out on PlayStation 2 also, but the GameCube is what I played it on, and that was, I had it in 64 as like the first console that I owned. But I remember the GameCube being the first console that like I really, because I got it with Super Mario Sunshine, and that game was like one of the first games that I played and could not put down as a kid.
Mhm.
Like I would play it for hours at a time.
Fair enough. I played the
It
hell
was
out of that when
also
I first
really,
got it.
besides Super Mario World, it was one of the first like Mario games I actually played, because even though I had an N64, I had Smash Brothers, I had Mario Kart, I had some really bad Scooby-Doo game, like worse than this, but I never owned Super Mario 64, which seems strange to me.
A little bit. Oh, I do need to get the key again. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Oh. Huh. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do. So, not properly hearing anything that was actually said in the opening cutscene, I have to ask, where the fuck is everybody else? Like, what are they doing?
They're just kind of scattered throughout the game in random places. Like, as the story progresses, they're kind of like Shaggy, where you just run into them in random places. Because I think they got lost in the mansion as, like, the official story or something.
I don't know what this key goes to.
I think...
Oh, wait. There we go. So that... Getting that key just opened this door automatically. That's weird. That's not how keys have worked before.
Yeah, I agree. I did not know that monster was called Geronimo.
I see.
I forgot that. Because I just heard Scooby go, "Oh, Geronimo!" Which is the best Scooby-Doo impression I've got.
Yes.
You need to get the key. Yeah, okay, that was old. Alright. Yeah, seeing as you haven't done these Patreon things in a while, this was really a fantastic game to, like, make those come back with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually fine.
Sarcastically.
No, it's fine. I don't mind trying weird stuff. I do tend to enjoy trying random weird games over watching like a bad movie or a TV show, just because it's a little easier to commentate over and not have to worry about sound balance being as much of an issue. But yeah, I mean, there's been requests that I've been sitting on for fucking ages. I keep saying I need to do Super Meat Boy. I don't know how long I've been holding on to that one, probably like a year. Oh god, what else was there? I know there's other ones. I think a really long time ago, somebody asked me to do Zack and Wiki on the Wii, and I don't even remember who that was, and they've never said anything about it since, so I have no idea. There was the, I think a Harry Potter game for PS1 that I'm supposed to try. I don't know. Basically, my thing is, like, I've noticed this more now than ever, now that I have, like, more of an open schedule because I have 4 days off a week. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this schedule, but, like, I have all this free time and I never know what to fucking do with it, and so my solution is do nothing. I'm like, okay, I can either record something today, I can maybe work on my game a bit, I can, like, do all this various stuff, and I'm just like, or, alternatively, I could pretend to do these things and be like, hey, I'll start at 3 o'clock, it's 2:30, I'll finish watching this video, and it gets to be 3 o'clock, and I'm like, you know what, I want to go make something to eat, and then I eat that, I make it, I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch something else while I eat. It turns into just me doing fucking nothing for the entire day, every day. So it actually really helps me to have, like, a time limit. Like, I want this done at this time. I'm like, okay, that I can at least commit to. Then it's not up to me, because if it is, I'm just going to put it off forever. So.
I certainly feel that, and YouTube is a hell of a drug when it comes to, like, just one more video. Just one more.
Yeah.
You know, for me anyway.
And so, like, yesterday, and my other thing is when I'm at work, all I want to do is go home and work on whatever thing I have going on at the time. Like, I'll have all these ideas. Like, lately I've also been, like, besides the fact that there's YouTube stuff that I need to be working on, like, yeah, Crystal. Like, there's that stuff, there's BA3, which I've barely fucking touched in, like, 8 months. There's all this other stuff, there's, like, a new project that I recently started, and I need to work on that. It's like, I also want to do Beanie videos, even though I know those aren't really in high demand by most people. It is a community that I'm a part of, and I want to actually, like, make stuff. I have all these ideas, like how to put them together, what kind of stuff I'm going to do, and then I just don't do any of it because I don't fucking want to when I get home. And then the next day comes along, and I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll do it at some point. Not today, though.
I actually find that, even though I don't clip Beanie Babies, I actually find the videos that you have done on that before interesting. And what I have found is, I watch a lot of YouTube channels that are dedicated to stuff that I don't collect for some reason.
Okay.
I got into, like, these, a couple of these. Those creepers are, like, more durable than other enemies, I guess.
I also am finding I don't have the... Oh, there it is. I couldn't use the helmet for some reason.
Huh.
Now okay, I think the floor is just slippery. It's like...
It is, because I think it's raining in there, or something.
That makes perfect sense.
Right.
Okay,
it's
whatever.
hard for me
Let me
to
just...
tell because the bit rate is about 1 or 2 on my end, so...
Oh, you're getting like 1 frame per second.
Alright. I like the massive organ console right there that has no organ attached to it as far as I can tell.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Am I still coming through?
Yeah, I can hear you. But anyway, yeah, I know that people do enjoy the Beanie content for whatever reason. I think it's part... I have to imagine most of it is ironically, just due to the humor of me having this absurd amount of knowledge on this stupid subject. But it's like... I'm part of the Facebook group, and I have, like, my subreddit and everything, and there's... What the fuck? Why is there just, like, an actual photo of a person here?
That's a really good question. I don't remember ever seeing that in the game.
I wonder if that's
really
like
strange.
a developer's kit or something.
It very well could be. I wonder if that's in the NTSC version, actually.
But, yeah, it's like, there's so much bad info out there, and it's so hard to actually find good information on it, and, like, people are constantly asking, like, where do I go to find this stuff, and there really isn't anywhere. And I have all the knowledge, and I have the ability to, like, put together resources on it, and I have, but I'd like to do better ones. It's just, it takes effort. I also need a video camera that doesn't have the quality of like a fucking blender from the 1960s, so that I can actually like show stuff and have it be visible in more than 3 pixels.
I've lost my train of thought, but I think you'd do good just to make a separate channel, like dedicated to Beanie Babies. I mean, I think honestly a lot of your audience probably enjoys watching them, but that would make it more organized as like a resource for knowledge about that stuff.
That's true. Like I have I can always just put it in a playlist, but we're also talking about we're talking about like moms in their 50s that are going to be using this information, so I don't know if I trust them to know what a playlist is.
That's a very fair point. I can kind of relate to that. I have an enormous knowledge about this very obscure, like, niche thing. I have... TVs has kind of become my interest lately, like,
okay,
CRT tube stuff.
Hold on just a second before you explain this. Okay? You are, but I need to interrupt you because this is retarded. So, when I'm swinging this chandelier around, like, the flames are not updating. Like, it's leaving behind a trail.
That's, yes, I see that. That's amazing.
Okay, wait, no, hold on.
I actually...
No, I think that's just smoke, actually, but it looked really weird, though.
Yeah, it does look really weird. I was about to say, I kind of remember thinking the same thing when I first played this game. That's just like, they didn't know what to do with the PS2 or the... I actually think this game was developed for the GameCube, but developed for the PS2, but ported to the GameCube, and since it was like an early PS2 game, that's why it looks so awkward. I really don't know.
Maybe. Also, Kif, I have written a lot of guides on it. It's just, I have some of them on Reddit, but people never know where to look for them because I don't really have any... Like, I don't really have a subscriber count on there or anything. It's just every once in a while people will show up. But anyway, you were talking about your, like, TV hobby. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I suddenly started enjoying, like, playing old games on, like, CRTs and stuff. And I have amassed, like, all this very useless knowledge about CRTs and stuff like that. And what irritates me... it's not so much misinformation, but the way those things are advertised. Like, if you go on eBay and look up an old CRT television, you'll get... they're, like, all marketed in all caps, retro gamer TV, great for retro games. Yeah. And sometimes...
Do you remember... I'm sorry, do you remember if I got an upgrade or anything in there? Because I'm leaving because I think it looped around, but I don't remember what I actually got.
I actually don't... I wasn't actually paying that close enough attention. I could,
I'll try. If anyone in the chat knows, go ahead. But, sorry, I keep having to interrupt you.
You know, someone said in the comments, you should be playing new games on CRTs. I actually kind of do that because I have a gateway PC CRT that I really like to use. And, I have been interested in playing, you know, like Switch games or like a PS3 game or something on there. Which actually PS3 is a lot easier to hook up to it because you can just straight up use composite cables a bit. And it's very strange to see like, quote, HD games to be played on a CRT that is not HD. But anyway, like on eBay, sometimes they'll say, oh, this is a good retro gamer TV. But then they'll say that for every TV, whether it's like an actually good standard definition CRT, or it's like a 5-inch, you know, Philco TV from like the 1950s that's broken. They'll advertise it the same way. Gamer TV, retro gamer TV.
Yeah, I think this is just looping around.
Yeah, I think you're done in here. I know that somewhere you hit a button and it... Well, I think that was in the previous, like, part of this level. Oh, you can actually hit those witches and then they pour out a bunch of smoke for some reason.
You know, like you do. I like this door that just randomly opens and closes, but yeah, I'm definitely done in here. Oh wait, actually, have I gone this way?
Yeah. I don't remember. I think you did.
Did? Okay, no, I don't
You
think I went
haven't
through
been
here.
in...
There we go.
I like the really chill music we come back to.
Yeah. Also, I like being able to see through this wall here for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
Rex, it's a ghost. I don't know if there's any, like, rules that Scooby follows for when he says words with an R versus when he doesn't. It seems very arbitrary. It's like Coach Z.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, and sometimes he'll say broiks, and then sometimes he'll say zoinks, and it's, like, very clear and out of place. So, at least I feel like he does that. Maybe he doesn't.
I don't know. But yeah,
It's one of those false memory things.
Yeah, no, don't worry about the, oh my god, Miles. Yeah, don't worry about, like, a hosting place for the Beanie stuff. I don't really need that, because... Like, I can host it wherever I want. It's just a matter of finding an audience for it.
I feel like, if you're asking me, a lot of, like, the collector's channels, when it comes to small stuff like that, it's usually just, like, you know, a bed or a couch as a background, you know, backdrop, kind of, like, because the focal point is strictly the Beanie Babies.
Yeah. Is this ever gonna come back? There we go. Oh, and we missed anyway. Good.
I wish I wasn't interested in collecting video games and consoles as a hobby, because I'm too cheap to really be doing that kind of stuff.
That's how I feel. That's why I mostly limit myself to the ones that are common. I like learning about the other ones, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna own them.
Me too. And it's like a lot of this stuff is not like unreasonably priced. It's just I'm too cheap to pay that kind of money for stuff.
I definitely get that.
I guess.
I mean, hell, I still haven't bought a
That
Switch.
It's moving. It's just weird moving.
I'm getting to a point where I'm wondering if I'm ever even actually going to, like, buy one, because there's not really that many games that I even care about anymore. I'm usually fine just kind of, like, borrowing the one that I have access to.
Are you? I don't remember. Are you into Animal Crossing or not?
Like, I've played every one of them, but I still don't know if I have a good answer to that. I played the GameCube one a lot and enjoyed it, and then every one after that, I've had the problem where I play it for like 2 or 3 months and then get sick of it, and it's annoying because I don't want to do, like, time traveling in it, but I also do want to fill out the collections. That would be, like, my main reason for playing the game. And so I can never do that because I basically have to play it for the whole year to get everything.
Yeah.
What I've seen
I
of,
guess that's kind of how I feel about it.
what I've seen of New Horizons honestly hasn't interested me that much.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of it because I have it in my head that I'm gonna play it, and I don't want to like watch it. But I kind of feel like it's gonna be that same situation to where I'm gonna play it for like a month or two and then get bored of it.
I have
But
not
it
seen
does have
Danny
the
DeVito.
crafting mechanic,
Oh, yes.
and crafting mechanics really interest me. So I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
I don't want to necessarily, like, paint a picture of this game in a way that you're gonna, like, take advice from. I don't know if that was a way to word that. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But from what I've seen of the crafting mechanic, it's actually more annoying than anything else. It's more a system of, like, you need to gather a shit ton of wood and rocks and clay and all this other stuff that you can get a limited amount of per day, and you need it to constantly be crafting more stuff. And it's just a matter of,
Yeah.
like, do you have it in your inventory? Okay, good. You can, so now you can go back to your house and make the thing. Do you not have it? Well, then tough shit, you can't make it. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard, and I don't know, maybe it's not as annoying as in practice, or maybe it's even more annoying in practice.
I don't know why I keep running into those.
Any game that has like a satisfying crafting gameplay loop
Dude.
really holds my interest.
Gotta say, I'm glad that this game doesn't have lives, because it's not like it's actually hard, but I am bad at it. And having to, like, worry about, like, running out of lives and then reloading to an old save or whatever, like, that would be really annoying. It would not add anything to the experience.
My experience for most of this game is that the checkpoints are very forgiving.
Yeah. Man, I don't know which way is progress.
I think this way is progress.
Don Knotts, what do you
yeah,
have
you
to
haven't
say?
gone through that spider web. Oh, thank you.
So there was a different way to go. I'll go back. But yeah, I don't know. It's like... It's just weird because... Like, for some reason, the Switch has just never stood out to me as this thing that I, like, desperately need. And I guess it's just because I've had the ability to just borrow Joel's whenever, because, like, with every other system that I've owned, I was not the one to buy it. And so this would be the first time that I'd actually have to spend money on it. And I'm like, do I want to spend $300 on this thing that I already have access to anyway? Like, I would have benefits from doing so, but I don't know if they'd be worth $300.
I mean, if you have access to it, you know, the majority of the time that you want to play it, and, like, the fact that you can have your own profile on there,
Yeah.
I can kind of see your point with that.
Like, Animal Crossing was going to be the one that kind of pushed me over because I did want to have my own island on that, and I'm like, if I get it for this, I can also kind of, like, splurge on a few other games that I've been halfway wanting, and I'll make it worth the amount. But then I'm just spending more money to justify spending the first amount of money in the first place, and Animal Crossing doesn't look that great to me, and I don't know.
If you want a game to where you can have your own island to build up, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is excellent for that. I don't know, did you watch Vinny stream that?
Dragon Quest Builders? No. No, I usually don't watch him play any games that I haven't played myself. Every once in a while I will if it's like a series that I'm interested in, but I mostly just...
You might, and... Well, I say, you'd probably enjoy Dragon Quest Builders 2, because it has RPG elements, but it's not turn-based.
I mean, I thought it was just a
And,
Minecraft clone.
In a way it is, but it has a lot of story. And it's actually kind of... It's got some,
Weird.
like, kind of funny story here and there.
Look, I know I don't want to just randomly say, like, oh, by the way, we're an hour and a half into the stream, but here's the person I'm talking to. Like, I wasn't sure how to bring it up.
No, I understand. Yeah, are people asking?
Yes.
I guess, you know, when you asked me, should I put in the description who I'm playing with, and I was like, it's alright. Maybe I should have said yes, but my name is Luke. That's really all you need to know. I don't have, like, a YouTube channel or anything interesting going on. So, there you go. If you need to know the name of the person you want to be angry at, it's me.
Oh, God. It is really fucking hot in here for some reason.
It's kind of hot in my room, too, actually.
I am tempted to turn on the fan, but then there will be noises. not to be confused with all the noises that are happening out in the kitchen. Which I don't know how audible those are. I assume they're probably pretty audible.
I can't hear it, but I think the stream probably sounds quite different from what I'm listening to.
Yeah, probably.
Ruby snacks, yeah, I have discovered some.
I open the stream, I open the chat, and I just see, oh, look, it's racism. I'm not sure what that's about.
I don't either. I don't think that was actually in reference to anything. Oh.
I barely get angry. I just arrived to the stream late is all.
Why is the audience laughing because I opened a bookcase?
Well, that's hilarious. That's comedy gold right there. I wonder if that was actually funny, like, back in the late 60s and early 70s when Scooby-Doo came out.
What, just opening a secret passage?
Yeah.
Well, they had to find things to laugh at somehow. Things were a lot simpler back then.
Yes, they were. Levels in this game actually get a little bit more interesting as you go on. Like, I remember this level being a little bit more interesting than the other ones for some reason. I think one of my problems with games like this is that there's so much stuff, like in the background scenery, that just serve no purpose, that it can be distracting, and you kind of think, oh, I can interact with that, and you can't interact with almost any of it.
Yeah. Okay, what was the deal with this room?
I don't remember.
Right?
Okay, what are we doing in here? Retrieve snack. Okay.
I think you get up there through that secret room you were in.
Maybe.
Scooby!
Yes, that is your name, Scooby. Thank you. Just in case we forgot.
Scooby!
I feel very stupid right now.
Oh, there we go again. Oh, is that new? I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Or is this where you came in from?
No, this is a new room. I've not been in
No,
there.
I guess not, because there are Scooby snacks here.
There are insane webcomic where Scooby and Shaggy
you
end up
can't
going to
kill them.
space. What the fuck?
What is that up there?
I don't know the answer to that question,
Oh.
CG Dragon.
That's soap.
What was it?
That was soap you just got, I think.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if I have the ability to do anything with that.
I think it's contextual. Like where you use it, and I forget where, like what its use is, because it's
Okay,
very like situational. I think.
It's my favorite incidental music in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the elevator music of the main theme.
Oh, I think I heard Shaggy. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and you see him.
I don't know what you're doing over there, but alright. Yes. What? I was skipping dialogue, no.
Come on, Scoob! I can toss you up!
Man, I'm
I
missing
think it just
shot
said, let's get
everywhere.
out of here.
I wonder how many Scooby snacks are in this entire game.
That's a good question that I do not have the answer to. You know, dogs do not have the ability to know when they're full. and they actually can eat themselves to death.
Oh,
So like maybe Scooby-Doo shouldn't be eating all of these.
probably not.
This would be a very difficult game for you to 100%. Just because there are so many Scooby snacks, I think, and all the monster tokens. I think there's only maybe 100 of those, though.
That's probably like 80 more than I thought there would be.
There might not even be 100. There might only be like 25. I just don't remember.
Don't forget about me, Scoob.
Casually gets on the floating platform. That was very Dante of him.
Yes, yes it was. Except he moves much faster than Dante.
Yes, and I didn't have to, like, guide him around with the light of a fairy. Oh my god. Okay, now how do I get back up? Oh.
It floats back down.
There was a box of Scooby snacks that was emitting a mysterious purple aura, and I want to get those. Or, oh no, that's soap.
The soap.
Right.
Those are the groovy snacks.
I now wonder if there was ever actually a thing called groovy snacks.
I am willing to bet there was. I'm gonna Google that right now.
Hey Shaggy, you want to stand on this fucking switch for me? Yo.
Well, there's a recipe for it on Bing. They're called groovy granola bars.
I see.
I wonder if they have marijuana in them.
Looks like I'll be cooling my heels around here. See you, pal.
Shaggy will now stand on that switch for the rest of his life. Man, I have no idea what I'm trying to do.
The game's like direction is a little confusing because there are like branching paths and things that loop around back to each other. You could almost say it's
Dear
a
God.
game design. Hang on. I don't really understand why you need the springs to double jump.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any logical reason why that would work, but we'll just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, double jumps already defy, physics, but, like, the springs just seem unnecessary. Okay, in your opinion, is this a better spring power-up than in Super Mario Galaxy?
Ugh. Yes. God, the fucking spring
Most
in
people
Galaxy.
seem to really hate that one. Yeah. Most people seem to really hate that power-up. I actually really like that power-up.
You are now dead to me. No, I mean, it's...
I know.
It's not... I don't know if I'd call it the worst part of the game, but I'm just not that big of a fan of Galaxy in general. I mean, that's no secret. I've made that clear in my videos of it, but, like, I don't get why that game is so universally loved. It's not a bad game. It's just nowhere near the best Mario game, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I always preferred the more like open, not open world per se, but well, I guess I call them open world, like 64 and
Yeah.
Sunshine and then Odyssey, the open-ended ones.
Right. I still don't know how I feel about Odyssey either, because I mean, I beat that game 100%, and I enjoyed it, but I haven't ever felt the need to replay it yet. Whereas I'll play through the other ones, like, all the time.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, except that, like, I wish it were a little longer. In terms of, like, I wish there were a few more worlds.
Yeah, cut down on some of the filler stuff and add a couple more worlds. That would be nice. Okay, I don't know if
Yeah.
there's anything in here that I care about.
I don't really remember at this point. I've gotten much further than this in the game, but I don't really remember specifics here.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Taking all my damn snacks.
Yes, it does, but there still seems you still seem to have like a pretty decent buffer.
Okay.
Very slow camera pan.
Alright, I don't know why I want a knight's helmet, but I guess we're going for that.
Yeah, I don't even remember, what the knight's helmet is for either.
Oh my. I don't understand the jump rope thing. It wasn't hard. That one got away from me a little bit. Why does touching... Okay, so touching a sandwich when you're already full on health makes like a weird pinging noise, and I'm not sure why. That is not the noise I'd expect from that.
Noise.
I didn't even realize that that's what it
Like
was.
I think it's supposed to be a sonar noise. Not that it has anything to do with sandwiches.
Well, if you think about it, submarines have sonar, and they're submarine sandwiches. Everything's connected.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like poetry,
There
it
you go.
rhymes.
That's,
Jar Jar is the key to all this. Okay, I'm done.
there is snow on Mount Fuji.
Oh my. Rear Rye Row. Scooby desperately needs
How's
speech
the frame
therapy.
rate on your end?
It looks fine to me. I
I'm
actually,
just curious.
it hasn't had any issues since that opening cutscene. I don't know what happened there. Personally, I blame Romania, but okay, I guess I am supposed to be going this way.
You are.
I like when Binky rhymed poem with poem 4 times. I don't know why I remember that either. I remember Arthur running into the library and being like, "Sorry I'm late, the street was full of elephants." And he wasn't wrong, it was.
That just begs the question, was that excuse accepted?
Did I... Is this where I'm supposed to be? I think I went backwards.
Hang on. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Yeah, you're supposed... I think you're supposed to be here.
I did not find the
Oh,
night
well,
helmet.
that's the,
Yeah, I think this is backtracking.
Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, you're... I thought you meant that ledge. Yeah, that was the beginning of this, like, whole section.
Apparently
You
there
gotta
was...
make sure you save 14 times.
Well, yeah. Apparently there was also an episode where, like, Muffy has a blog. I don't know. The thing is, like, I watched the show at an age where I definitely was too old for it, but it was still... Like, I think the last time I ever actually watched that show was probably early 2000s. And so I know that it's still going, and that's weird to me. Because to me, that show is always, like, set in the 90s, and so knowing that, like, they have blogs and shit is just, I don't know.
It's a live journal.
Like Voldemort uses.
Yeah.
Dude, get up.
Or no, it's a GeoCity or whatever they call them.
GeoCities sites were kind of amazing. They were so useless. Not at all like my useless site. My useless site is a work of art, and I will not hear otherwise. Okay. I will attempt yet again to figure out where to go, and probably fail. Scooby, grab onto the fucking lamp.
Huh?
That was my new Scooby noise. Yeah, I remember. I remember the rat burn thing. I also remember the Alamo, except I don't actually. Okay, I would like to make progress here. Of course there is outrage. People have outrage over anything. I don't know if I want to go in here. Taco parents. See, now here I am not knowing if this is progress or if this is like a side area. This area is very open-ended. Also, the music is just kind of a shitty loop. Oh, there was a key. Are we still connected? I can't hear if you're saying anything. Hold on, I think we might have dropped. Sorry, I'll be back in a second. Bees.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there, but it'll do that sometimes.
Yeah, this works great.
Hold on. Say something again?
Yeah, Discord's great.
Okay, that sounded fine. It was, like, really muffled the first time you said it.
My internet's not great, so that probably has a lot to do with it.
But AT&T Uverse, though.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I never used AT&T because despite working for them and having to sell it to people, we didn't even have access to it in our area. So I can't actually speak to its quality. I know that their speeds were not massively impressive in most places, though. Because, like... God, I don't remember what speeds we went up to, but I know it was nowhere near what I'm using now and, like, what a lot of other places offered.
If I have perfect connection with no one else using the network in this house, I get 30 megabits maybe download, which is not awful, but it's not like, it's not even close to what some areas get.
Yeah, I definitely have higher than that. I haven't actually done a speed test in forever because usually my connection is good enough to where I don't have to worry about that. The exception being last night when it randomly went out for like an hour, but then it came back up and it was fine. So.
Huh. Well, I think that with 5G rolling out, it might make them have to increase internet speeds.
Gonna be honest, I don't really know what that means. I know that it's like wireless data or something, but I'm not sure how that corresponds to other stuff.
Well, it's, you know, cell phone internet. If cell phone internet is faster or even as fast as home internet access, like in some cases they may have to upgrade to like keep people from just using Verizon at home, for example.
Vine Ryzen. Okay, so I guess I'll go in here. I don't know if I'm gonna lose my keys. Man, is this another new fucking area?
No, I think you've been in this one.
I'm still wondering if I'm supposed to be finding that helmet.
Oh, well, you can get to that. Well, I was trying to tell you earlier when we went out. You can get to that helmet from that first door you go out to, like from. I
Okay.
can't find my words.
Well, I kind of want to see where, like, what it does, so I'm gonna go back.
I know it.
Scooby-Doo, find yourself inside fame. Okay, I don't know, I'm just mumbling. Go ahead.
I know one thing it does is replace the lampshade and slippers that you've used so extensively through this playthrough.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And it does something else besides that, but I don't remember.
I honestly forgot I had it, because it's never needed for anything, and it's awkward to use.
It's more or less completely optional in almost every use case.
I like these bedsheet ghosts.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, legitimately, I'm not joking. They're actually kind of funny looking.
They are.
Where the fuck?
You have to hold on to that lamp up there. If you haven't already, I don't know if you've been up there.
Oh, yeah, that just loops back to the beginning, I think.
Oh, it does? Huh. It's very possible that I'm wrong and that you are going the right way.
Oh.
So,
Well, fuck you then. No.
I mean, it happens.
You mean this game you haven't played in almost 20 years isn't just ingrained in your memory perfectly?
No, surprisingly not. I don't remember every minute detail of it. Hey, that was convenient.
Yeah.
Especially since you have unlimited continues.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making noises at this point.
Okay, you have not been in here yet. This is a new
Well,
area.
I have, but then I left.
Yeah. I think this is an area where you might finally use that soap bubble thing.
Well, I hope the game tells me how to
Possibly. I
do
don't
it,
even
if so.
remember.
Meanwhile, the witch doctor just kind of floats in on a, like on a magic carpet. Yeah, I don't know how to use the soap bubble. I don't know if I even have it.
I think you gotta go back to the top from there. I remember this area being confusing. If that's helpful.
Oh no, I ran into a spider that I couldn't see. Oh no, I ran into a thing that I could see.
That laugh was not what those things sounded like, I'm just saying. Is that Billy Witch Doctor?
BillyWitchDoctor.com feel more comfortable with chicken. Available in one convenient location in Africa.
Oh, I don't even think you mentioned Aqua Teen Hunger Force earlier. I guess that's considered adult animation.
Is it? I guess, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not for kids. I was more thinking of, like, shows that are worth a shit.
Yeah.
But, which, as much as I like Aqua Teen, I would not consider that show, like, good. No, I don't know. I guess it could be.
I guess objectively, it depends on what measuring stick you use, you know? It made me laugh.
Yeah.
But not as much as it made me go, what the hell?
I quote it all the damn time.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad that the magnifying glass is calling me Scoob.
I guess you go back through that door that you came out of.
No, I haven't gone in this one yet.
Oh, okay.
Panic
Oh, yeah,
in
Panic
yonder
in the
attic.
This house is massive.
Yeah, it's pretty big and labyrinthine. I'm glad the,
Doesn't seem very... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm glad the... Oh my god. The audience enjoyed me running into a bookshelf there.
I think you can I think you go back up from the bottom to get that stuff.
Did he just say rats? Ouch.
Yeah. No, I
Scoop.
meant like there's a door that goes through the other side.
Yeah. I was just checking
It's
if I
like
could
a
get up
hidden
there.
hallway.
How many of this same witch doctor are we going to find?
I think the witch doctor might be the first boss in this game, but I don't
I
remember.
didn't realize this game had bosses.
Yes, it does. It has like at least 2.
Oh. Well, look,
say
I
at
killed the
least 2.
boss.
You know, I say at least 2. I've seen exactly 1 boss, and I don't even remember what it is. You're almost to it.
That might be the point where we stop then, because I was going to stop this at about the 2-hour mark. But
You can stop whenever you like. It won't hurt my feelings. But I think you're kind of close to that boss.
if I am, then I'd like to try to get to it.
I think that once you find the boots or the whatever to walk in the tar, I think you are actually supposed to like maneuver your way through one of those spider webs. Or actually, I think this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I just kept fucking it up.
And we get the dramatic music again.
Oh, yes. Now that they're throwing this one enemy at me over and over again, I can't wait for it to show up as a boss somehow.
Yeah.
Dude, are you seriously showing up as I'm about to end again?
They haven't really missed much. Is that the
Hmm?
I haven't actually heard that sound effect through this game until just now.
What, the like little witch laugh that I did?
No, the them saying "Is anyone there?"
Oh. I was about to say, no, that's just the dishwasher wish.
The witch in the kitchen.
And I know people are gonna be like, well, didn't you know that bats are like responsible for all the French toast in the world?
Oh. Or the witchin'.
Yes. The dishwitcher. Where the hell is this other key? I very rarely play anything on the Switch online, but I don't know.
Can you actually not fall down from there?
No, you can.
Oh, you can. It just takes effort.
I did get the last key up there, right? I didn't even notice.
I wonder if that football helmet is like actually the football helmet of some random football team out there.
Yeah, it's the Detroit sandwiches.
That's actually a football team I could get behind right there.
This area has been going on for a tremendous length of time.
Yes, it has. It's all coming back to me now.
Oh no, I nudged a caveman slightly. And then he ceased to be.
That sound effect they make when they go away, I've heard that in a lot of video games.
Let me hear it. I'm sure I've probably heard it, but I can't place it.
I think I heard that in Spyro, one of the...
Maybe.
Is this a new song like in the soundtrack? I don't remember hearing this one before.
It might be. Well, Detroit is also known for their giant three-headed dogs. According to me, at least.
I guess Donkey Kong is back there.
Apparently. Maybe this is the oft-referred to Donkey Kong incident.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, do we get to go through all of that again?
Not that looks like it.
Not that it was really that much.
Yeah, at least on the second time you don't have to recollect all the Scooby snacks.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my favorite video title that I've ever come up with is Morton Fears a Shoe.
I like that. Yeah.
Does Detroit have a lot of hoodoos? I mean, it's a major city, so probably.
I got to visit New York City when I was in college, and of course, you know, it's like the legends always talked about when it comes to hoodoos, but I did not realize how, like, not afraid of people they are at all. You really wanted to pick one up, you probably... I wouldn't really recommend it, but you could.
Well, why not? They're cute.
Yeah. I like birds. I just don't know if I'd pick a random one up off the street.
They're fine.
Actually, saying that, when I was very little, we actually rescued some bird off of the street that had like a broken wing or something.
Hmm.
I don't even know what kind of bird it was. I think it was a pet, because I don't think it was native to the area.
Turns out it was like a tortoise. I have no idea where I was going with that.
Yeah, it's the rare tortoise hoodoo.
Yes. Can we please do this better?
You have to have near perfect depth perception for that, I think.
Alright. Well, I finally got over 1,000 snacks and this thing's stealing them, so maybe this will be something of note. A Dark and Stormy Night, Part 1. It is decidedly not a boss.
Actually, I think this is where the boss is.
Okay,
I think... I feel obligated to...
I mean, I don't want to stop right before a boss, though. I'd like to at least see it, so... If it is... I think my problem is... I've been playing this game wrong the entire time, because I've actually been collecting shit, and I probably shouldn't have been. If my goal was just to see as much of the game as possible, there was no reason for me to go out of my way to collect as much random bullshit as I did.
Well, I mean, really the only thing you collect are Scooby snacks, and I'm realizing now that this game is very generous.
Yeah.
Like, you probably did not have to go out of your way to collect all of it. You know?
Yeah, that's just how I usually play games. I see a thing, I have to get it. Am I getting attacked during the cutscene? Surprisingly, no. I like the random storm cloud that's just kind of floating around a couple feet above the ground, though. That's pretty good.
It specifically seeks out the rain puddles.
Okay, then. The fuck is this?
A hazard.
It's putting off some real good, like, DS emulation particle effects, too.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if they look that crusty on the system, or if that's an emulation thing. I mean, chances are they're that crusty.
Probably. Yeah, I think we're all doing fine. I haven't actually talked to Martin in a while, because I am, I am fairly sure that he quit Pizza Hut without telling me. I need to find out for sure. Dude, there's some screen tearing.
Yeah, that's a, I think that's a dolphin thing.
Dude, come on.
Unless you have VSync turned on.
I'm not sure.
It could be an ODS thing. Because I think you're streaming a 25 FPS game in 30 FPS or something like that, so.
Oh my god. Alright, is this guy gonna screw me as soon as I get across? Surprisingly, no.
Seemed unnecessary.
A little bit. Oh boy, more magic carpets. And me falling. Man, I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
If this isn't the boss, I wouldn't feel bad if you called it quits.
No matter where I stop, it's going to be like one
nope.
room. Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is the boss. Also, then again, I was pretty sure the last area was it.
Hey, buddy. Good boss. Okay, no, I'm waiting for the actual boss to show up. I know something scary is behind that door. Okay, so yeah. The game is actively telling me to save.
I don't remember how you get up.
Well, obviously, the solution is to collect all the Scooby snacks, and then
Right.
probably have Shaggy throw me up or something. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
Once again, the audience finds this funny for some reason.
Yeah, this is the quote-unquote action.
Well, Shaggy's having a good time.
Oh. I was wrong again. This isn't the boss.
He said something scary's behind that door up there. That should lead to a boss, I'm guessing.
It probably does. Like, you're in the area for the boss, and it's probably part 3, because this is...
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yo. Alright. Point me in a direction to go.
You know, that way.
I don't know why I found that comment funny, but I did. Oh. Oh!
What the... I forgot about that.
Excuse me? Wow.
Yeah, they often used Shaggy as a whack-a-mole jumping mechanic.
I'm also seeing he has, like, a square border. There's, like, some fucky thing going on with the emulation here.
Massive chicken leg. Yeah, here you go. I bet that's the boss.
Alright, if this thing doesn't go down to, like, 2 hits and be completely underwhelming, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Probably something.
Well, I guess, whatever it is, I'm gonna be getting the, like, suction cup feet or whatever they were.
I'm pretty sure that...
Yep, there we go.
Here's a cutscene.
We get to see the janky Scooby model.
Oh yeah, that's the boss.
You know, this guy. And it's, lagging again.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the mastermind.
Good name.
I Professor Graham disappear?
Professor Graham.
I'm also the one who's brought back all of your old foes.
I'm liking his little spooky hands.
That
Yeah.
is a mystery you will never solve.
Spider.
And one more thing. I'm the one who's kidnapped all your friends. Relma!
Relma. She's my favorite one.
See if you can get past this fiendish fright. You remember the Black Knight.
That was a stock sound effect, too.
Yes, it was.
I'm starting to think this entire game is stock.
We'll worry about that later, Scooby. Watch out! It's the Black Knight!
Oh no!
More spooky hands. Alright, so, I'm immediately seeing what must be done. Well, sort of. Hold on, what the fuck did that even do? Oh, well, a witch has arrived.
It wasn't the witch doctor, it's just the witch.
I don't know what these switches are doing.
I think there's supposed to be a lightning effect that might not be showing up correctly. It's supposed to, like, shock them.
Oh no, I'm hearing boss music. It sounds like the fucking monkeys. There we go.
There you go.
Maybe there's a switch in one of the rooms.
Oh no, not the very slow-moving axes.
Yeah, this is a great boss. Don't you like the bosses that meander back and forth and do almost nothing?
So, Mushu Pork from Gex 2.
Yeah.
I don't know why
There's a
that...
twist. You've entered the second phase.
Oh, is it the
Right
same
before
thing
the
but
switches
fast?
Are broken.
Oh no. What a boss. And it turns out if you look at this sign closely enough, it reveals the secrets to unlocking Luigi.
Yeah.
Something about 240 or 2041 coins.
Or Scooby's snacks, as the case may be.
My glasses! Help me look for them, Scooby.
And then Scooby just fucking eats them.
Something fishy's going on here, Scooby. We saw them.
Scooby, you are doing a very bad job. They were right there.
I don't know. There was a spooky groundskeeper.
Oh
A
my god.
spooky groundskeeper?
Yeah, and ghosts and monsters.
Scooby-Doo, you know there's no such thing as monsters.
Oh god, her teeth.
Yeah.
The first time we met the Black Knight, we thought he was a monster, but really he was just a guy in a mask.
That face reminds me of Michael Myers and Cat in the Hat.
Jinkies, the lenses got knocked out.
Ugh.
Where's some lenses, Velma?
He couldn't find the giant, obvious frames, but he found the lenses.
Yes, he did.
Scooby, it's the creeper!
The creeper? Where?
He's everywhere! Run, Scooby!
Velma, wait! I don't see any creeper.
Excuse me?
Why, hello there.
Hello?
I'm Professor Alexander Graham.
Graham!
My amazing invention crate. Let's see now. What's in this one?
Dude, I'm stopping this game as soon as you finish talking, so I don't think I care.
My faded herring scraper or my anti-stick galoshes. Oh, looks like it's the galoshes. With these, you can walk across any sticky surface.
This is my new invention, a pair of regular fucking boots.
Banana flavored.
Yeah.
Oh, banana. My favorite.
What the fuck? Why did they have a flavor?
These might be useful.
Because it's funny.
Okay, well.
Alright. What I'm remembering from this game after watching you play it again is that I kind of enjoy the cheesiness of the cutscenes, but they could have cut out like half of the levels in this game.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like... Yeah, let me just go back. I don't know why I'm even going to bother saving, because I'm probably never returning to this game, but, so, like, it's a lot bigger than I expected, but I also didn't even know what type of game it was going to be. I figured it would just sort of be a, like, level-by-level, like, get to the end, fight the boss, progress. I didn't think it was going to actually have backtracking and stuff. But yeah, it's like, for what it is, it's fine, I guess. It's not anything that I would have tried to really play on my own, but if I had played it as a kid, I probably would have liked it well enough, I guess.
I definitely enjoyed it as a kid. It was pretty decent, you know. And like I am actually surprised, like you said, at just how massive this game is to be like a licensed early GameCube title.
Yeah, so...
They seem to... Go ahead.
No, I had nothing more to say about it, really. It was just... It's very okay.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. I think they put a lot of effort into it, like more effort than they put into most licensed games nowadays.
But yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and end here then. So I say this every time I do one of these. If anybody's watching who wants to claim their like donation reward, just let me know, and preferably also give me a time frame, or otherwise I'm unlikely to ever get around to it. But did you have any last things to say before we finish?
No, I don't have anything interesting to say.
Just ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Well, fair enough then. So, we will wait until someone else shows up so that I can leave. No. But yeah, thanks for watching, and don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk.